Racine County Board of Supervisors, and I'm going to call this meeting of April 16th, 2024 to order. I'm going to ask the clerk, please, to note the roll before we go any further.
Supervisors Nielsen and Preisker are excused this evening, and we're awaiting Supervisor Hopkins. Everyone else is here in the chamber.
And I'll ask John to start the streaming and recording. Okay, we're good. Customary to beginning these meetings, we always begin with a prayer and a pledge of allegiance. And tonight, since it's the seating of the new board, we've asked, and he graciously accepted, the Most Reverend Melvin Hargrove is going to lead us in prayer and the pledge. Melvin, please.
All right, let us pray. Almighty God, creator of heaven and earth, as El Elyon, you rule and sit in the heavenlies as well as you rule here on earth. Your word says you set kings in place and you also remove them. We know the institution of government has been established for the betterment of mankind. I pray as this body comes together over the next year to conduct the important business of this county, that you grant them wisdom, knowledge, and discernment to do what's best for the Racine County community. I also pray that all selfish ambition and partisanship be set aside in the cause for unity. Furthermore, I pray for their being yielded and submitted to your direction and guidance as they make the difficult decisions that will advance our community currently and put her in a positive position for posterity. In conclusion, I pray for your presence, power, protection, and peace to be with them as they perform their tasks to your glory and the people's benefit. I thank you for these selfless servants and thank you in advance for watching over them as they begin their tasks. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As I said at the outset, this is the meeting where we seat the new board. And to conduct the proceedings, I asked the county clerk. So County Clerk Christensen, would you please take over?
Actually, I'm going to ask our Honorable Judge Timothy Boyle if he would step to the podium.
Okay.
Mr. Roanhouse, if you to take your seat. Judge Boyle will administer the oath of office. If the supervisors could please stand and raise your right hand.
First, thank you for having me do this. It's an admirable duty. It's always my pleasure every year to do this. I, and then state your name, having been elected to the office of, and designate your office, in and for the county of Racine, but have not yet entered upon the duties thereof, solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin, and will faithfully discharge the duties of said office to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations, everyone. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge Boyle.
You're welcome.
My deputy, Elizabeth Parker, is going to be handing out 2 copies of your oath of office as well as your certificate of election. If you could all sign both copies of the oath of office and return one of them to us before you leave this evening. We have to keep a copy on file and 1 copy is for your records. The next item of business will be to conduct the election of the county board chairman and the county board vice chairman. Are there any supervisors who are interested in the position of county board chair? If you could signify and raise your hand and I can call on you. Supervisor Trottier?
I'd like to nominate an individual for the county board chair. Thank you, County Clerk Christensen. Good evening, Racine County. Thank you to all friends and families for being in the chambers tonight and those watching on Facebook. A congratulation goes out to all 21 county board supervisors for being elected. It's great to be an elected official, let me tell you. My name is Don Trottier. I was elected to my 4th term representing the 12th district in Mount Pleasant. Tonight, I'm taking this opportunity to nominate our next county board chairman. The position is for 2 years. It's a leadership position needing strong moral character, wise decision-making, and a commitment to do what's good for all of Racine County. The individual that I'm nominating was elected in 1995, a long time ago, as the Norway town treasurer. The individual became the town administrator of Norway in 2005. And in 2018 was elected as a county board supervisor for District 13. He has been our vice chairman of the county board for the last 4 years. He represents our board over the last 6 years as the county ambassador program for WCA. He also serves as the transportation steering committee. This person demonstrates great communication skills, honesty, and is a dedicated public servant with an open door policy. It is with confidence and great pleasure that I nominate Tom Kramer to be our next chairman of the Racine County Board.
Okay, there is a motion and a second. Are there any other nominations? I think I have to repeat it 3 times. Are there any other nominations from the floor for the county board chairman position? Are there any? Okay, we have a motion on the floor for a unanimous consent to elect Tom Kramer as the county board chairman. It has been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Congratulations, Chairman Kramer. Next, we will have the request for nominations for the county board vice chairman. Are there any nominations? Supervisor Roanhouse.
Thank you for the floor. I wish to nominate, and it's my honor, and I'm elated and privileged to nominate Scott Meyer, Union Grove, Wisconsin. Scott, I think, is beginning his 8th year. Is that correct? 8th year on the board. As a good ground soldier, he has done just great work at the committee level. He's been chairman and vice chairman of our Human Services Committee. Just an awesome job, and it's kind of a committee that's blended with our Human Services Board. So it's kind of like 2 committees in one. And chairing that is just an awesome responsibility to keep all those train cars going in the right direction. I can't think of a better person to move into the vice chairman spot. Scott brings, he's a very successful businessman, very logical, very practical, brings all that skill set of being a successful businessman to the table. So again, I'm honored, elated, and privileged to nominate Scott Meyer as vice chairman.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any other nominations from the floor? Are there any other nominations for vice chairman? Are there any other nominations?
Madam Chairman, I would move to make the
We have a motion to close the nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for vice chairman for Supervisor Meyer. And it has been seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. If I could ask our county board leadership to come up to the podium and take your positions, we will update the nameplates at a future meeting. And I will now happily hand the chairman the role of the meeting.
Thank you. So the next item on the agenda is item number 6, public comments pursuant to section 2-71 of the Racine County Court Ordinance. Each speaker is allotted a maximum of 3 minutes. And we have 3 current. If there's any further ones, just hand them up to me up here. First is Bill Streeter, if you could come up and give your name and address, speaking on the Racine County Ice Center.
Good evening. My name is Bill Streeter. I live at 4835 Ruby Avenue in Caledonia. I'm a relative newcomer to Wisconsin, as I have only lived in Caledonia for 31 years. What is my motivation for speaking to you tonight about the proposed Racine County Ice Center? About 4.5 years ago, my son and his family relocated to Mount Pleasant from Florida. I now have 2 grandsons, ages 3 and 5, living 10 minutes away from me. You can imagine what a joy it is to have them so close by. Decades ago, when I was growing up in Ohio, I learned to ice skate outdoors. With today's milder winters, opportunities to learn to skate are almost non-existent here. An indoor arena would provide an opportunity for these 2 young boys to learn to skate and burn off energy in the wintertime, or all year long, really. An indoor ice arena here in Racine County would be a game changer for this area. Employers would have an amenity which our neighboring communities already have, making the Racine County area more competitive when attracting employees during the recruiting process. Skating is a healthy alternative to video games, television, and inactivity, especially during the long winter months, but not limited to that season. Boys and girls hockey, figure skating, open skating, and other activities would be possible year-round in an indoor arena. Our community needs a facility for people of all ages, all colors, and all skill levels to enjoy ice skating and the benefits of this active skill provides. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Joy Lagarth.
Hello, I'm speaking in favor of the ice rink at Franksville Park. I have a business that's located pretty much across the street from Franksville Park. And some of these ideals that people are trying to get this to go is because if you've ever been to Franksville Park and you've seen the soccer kids play, there is a tremendous amount of kids that come out for soccer. That's only seasonal. This ice rink will be all year round. Think that that will be a blessing for sure for our youngsters, but also for the amenities. I agree, people will be attracted. The more amenities we have, the better it will be. We are growing like crazy. We have new housing that's going up. We need to have a place where they can go and learn their skills. And I also believe we are at over $8 million for our private sector to help with this. That's a lot of money to anybody. If we can get this done, it would be great. I mean, we got great support out there. And I would highly, highly recommend that we get behind this since somebody's already gave us over $8 million. That is a very generous gift that we got, and we can have private and public support. So I hope that you guys will always keep in mind how much this is going to generate for the whole community, not just Franksville or Caledonia or Mount Pleasant, Racine. I believe that people will come from all over to enjoy the ice rink, just like they do for soccer. So we have major tournaments. I mean, there's so much potential. There's advertising dollars. So if you guys would absolutely consider this, I would love to hear that. And I live at 4 Gaslight Drive, Racine, and I'm Joey Legath. I've lived in Racine my whole life. And I love the surrounding areas of Racine. We have so much to give. So please consider that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And the next speaker would be Mike Frontai.
Good evening. My name is Mike Frontier, 1127 Lake Avenue. I am president of Racine County Ice Center. 4.5 years ago, Jonathan met with Dave Easley and proposed that we pursue this vision. The four of us have worked on a board, Dave Easley, Mark Hertzberg, Steve Anderson, and myself for the last 4.5 years. And we're struck when we first met, Jonathan told us how the county was losing people, as is the state of Wisconsin, and the importance of quality of life issues. We took this charge and are done several things over the past 4.5 years. We became a 501c3. We visited several sites, and we created a feasibility study. The committee itself, the four of us, HVS, which helped with the swimming pool that Racine has now. $70,000 the committee put together to create a feasibility study. We interviewed about 25, 30 community leaders who supported this venture. I would like to say that this has also been endorsed by RAMAC, RCEDC, and Visiting Greater Racine. Last Saturday at Case High School, there was a family engagement forum, and we were there with our ice skates and hockey sticks and figure skates. And I asked people to write down some of the reasons they like to have this. You know, we say quality of life, but what does that mean to families? This is going to bring more activities for the children at the community and more opportunities for memories with my children. This will involve kids in winter sports. This will get kids sweating, which is, I think, sadly, an absence in most communities now. Kids need something to do in Racine. Me gusta el patinar porque me hace libre. A social and sport activity is what we're looking for. I would love to learn how to figure skate. I would just conclude by saying, first of all, thank you for having the courage to run. I know it takes courage, and thank you for your leadership in our county. Let's make this a beacon community that it should be. Thank you.
Any further people in the audience would like to comment? Seeing none, we'll move on to item number 7. Reading of the minutes of the previous meeting, which is automatically waived unless requested by a majority of the members present. Seeing no objections. Resolutions and ordinance referred to committee.
There are none.
Introduction of resolutions or ordinance for the first reading or referral.
There are none on tonight's agenda.
Claims and communications.
Number 1, notice of pending application for proposed wetland individual permit for project located at the northeast quarter, northwest quarter, section 31, township 4 north, range 22 east in the village of Caledonia, Racine County, from the state of Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources.
Item, excuse me, item number 1 is referred to the Economic Development and Land Use Planning Committee.
Number 2 is a claim, and communications number 3 through 9 are notifications from the United States Bankruptcy Court.
Items number 2 through 9 are referred to the Finance and Human Resources Committee and Corporation Council.
Any supervisors want any copies of the notices or claims? Supervisor Spencer.
Thank you. I request a copy number 1, please.
Anybody else? Communications from the county executive.
There are none on tonight's agenda.
Standing committee reports containing recommendations on items referred.
There are no reports.
Second reading of resolutions and ordinances.
There are none on tonight's agenda.
Resolution, reconsiderations of resolutions and ordinances from previous meetings and or actions on votes.
There are no items to reconsider.
Reconsideration of or notice of intent to reconsider resolutions and ordinances.
We had none for the county board's action to reconsider.
Okay. Informational reports.
There are none on tonight's agenda.
Miscellaneous business announcements and oral reports. I've just got one for all the supervisors who were here last term on April 1st. Remember to do your security training by the end of the month. Otherwise, you'll have to see John get back in.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I also want to point out to the supervisors here that on your desk this evening were a preference for committee assignment sheets. I don't know if you want those filled out tonight and turned in.
If you've got time and it would be greatly appreciated by myself and Vice Chairman and that would be very appreciated because we have to put the committees together and we'll be calling and talk to you and we'll be bringing that up in the next 10 days or so between Scott and I. And then if Supervisor Roanhouse.
I'm not interrupting.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
You have the floor.
Wow. Feels funny. Okay, I just have a question and I should have asked before the meeting started, but I didn't go through my paperwork. There's 2 committees that aren't listed on here and I understand they're not standing committees of the county board, but I happen to be on one of them, which is the extension committee. If I wanted to put a preference for that.
Go ahead.
And the other one is, there's supervisors on our soil and water conservation committee, which is a subset, I think, of.
Subset of economic development.
And I don't know how you go forth and reinstate them either, or when do you can, I don't know, I'm just.
That will be up to your leadership to determine.
Glad I'm not.
So if you would like to serve on the land, the water and soil committee, that meets usually at 5, is it? We're gonna fix that? Okay. All right.
Those guys know more about it than I do, so if you have questions about that committee, ask those guys.
All right. And then the extension committee, what time does that meet, Tom?
The third Monday at 4 p.m.
So,
here in the highway conference room.
so when making your choices, please you realize what time these meet, so we have a quorum. And then if we could introduce each one of ourselves, go around the room. We'll start with Supervisor Roanhouse. Give us your district and a little bit about you.
Tom Roanhouse, District 18, which is, the village of Waterford, almost all of the village of Rochester and part of the town of Dover. And I'm beginning my 10th term or 10th year. I was on the Waterford Village Board for 16 years, 6 of which I was village president. And then ran for the county board, and here I am. So welcome, everybody.
And then Supervisor Kelly, for those of you who aren't here, and Caprellian, they're alders for the city of Racine. So they have a meeting starting right now. So they're in the back, so they just didn't walk out. Supervisor Trottier.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Don Trottier. This is my 4th term. I have been serving as the chairman of the Finance Committee. And like I said, when I nominated the chairman, Roanhouse, I'm looking at the name up there. When I nominated Tom Kramer, I said, it is a pleasure to be a county board supervisor. I hope everybody enjoys doing this. I hope everybody gives it their all. And if I can give one piece of advice, like I have given others, read, read, and read to be up to date with what's going on with each committee so you can vote accordingly at the county board meetings. Thank you.
Supervisor Colbert.
Hi.
You're on the,
Can you hear me?
yep.
Okay. I'm Belina Coleman and I am District 1. By trade, I am a nurse and I'm looking forward to learning from you guys, new leadership, and I'm just ready for the task. So thank you guys for welcoming me.
Supervisor Hopkins.
Basically West Racine. Current serving my 3rd term. I'm an educator by trade and background, and definitely looking forward to serving the next term. Everyone.
Supervisor Shakur.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I represent the West 6th Street area, the wonderful West 6th Street area. It's State Memorial, and I'll see, what's another main thorough street? Memorial Drive. I have been a alderperson for 16 years and also a county board supervisor for 26. And of 16 years, I was an alderman and county supervisor. And I was lucky and fortunate enough to be the first person to hold the City of Racine automatic seat and also the county board at the same time. I just want to say one thing about the wonderful West 6th Street area, and I mean that with all sincerity. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, we had the highest crime per capita in the state of Wisconsin. We had the highest crime per capita in the state of Wisconsin. It was a 32-block area. And we organized the area. We had 43 individuals, groups, or organizations that came together. It was the West 6th Street Association, which I was fortunate enough to chair that. And in less than 2 years, we had reduced major crime and categories by 97%. And right today, it is one of the safest in the state. And also, the things that we did in that area, our chief at that time, Chief Richard Posine, because he was part of the 43 in collaboration, he went around the state and the states of the United States, and he was going to chief conferences and sharing with them what we did here in Racine. So I'm blessed and thankful for all the wonderful people that helped out, even this county board over the years. They have been right there with us, helping us to do what we needed to do. It was a collaborative effort. So we thank everyone, and we hope to continue working in collaboration. Now, we're not going to always agree, but with the dialogue, debate, and discussion, Let us always take the high road and respect one another immensely, and we will be successful. Thank you.
Supervisor Wish.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, I'm John Wish. I represent Caledonia Northeast Side 15th District, and I've been on this county board for 17 years and counting. Hopefully by the end of this term, it'll be about 18 and a half, I think. But anyway, my calling has been retail, currently in retail management, and I work in Gurnee, Illinois, full-time.
Supervisor Cobb.
My name's Gary Kolb. I farm in Caledonia, District 17, so we're kind of represent Northwest Caledonia and Northeast Raymond. This is my first attempt at a elected office on the recommendation of former Senator or former Supervisor Grove, coming down and nagging me enough to get me to do this. So hopefully everything will work out right, and hopefully, like I say, it seems like you guys all get along well, and I know last meeting you guys talked about family, so hopefully this will be an easy transition. Thank you.
Supervisor Rossi. You just pushed the.
Right side.
The right side, not the left side. Hi, Ernie Rossi. District 7 was my district, and that's the southeast corner of the county, right up against the lake and right up against Kenosha. I'm a builder. Our family owns a general contracting company. We do commercial and industrial work, and I'm excited to be here. I'm really looking forward to getting to work with all of you. Thank you.
Supervisor Spencer.
I'm Jody Spencer. I'm starting my third term in the 5th District, which covers part of Caledonia, part of Mount Pleasant, and part of Racine. And I'm happy to be able to serve again.
Supervisor Ekman.
Jason Ekman. I represent the 14th District, which is Sturtevant and north up past Spring Street in Mount Pleasant. This is my third term, and I'm an engineer.
Supervisor Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Bob Miller. I represent District 11, which is basically a lot of southeastern Mount Pleasant. I'm a native of Mount Pleasant. In 1990, then County Executive Dennis Cornwolf, for whom the Cornwolf Building is named, and who was my 6th grade teacher at St. Edward's School, recommended that I give this a try. And I did. And the voters have given me the privilege of continuing since that date. It's been an honor and an ongoing education. I like to describe being on the county board as ongoing graduate school, because the issues that come to us require a lot of study, but it's keeps the mind active. I look forward to working with everyone.
Supervisor Wishaw.
My name's Taylor Wishaw. I represent District 21, which is the southern half of the city and town of Burlington. I currently serve, this is my second term. Looking forward to working with all of you over the next 2 years. I also serve as vice president on the Burlington School Board, hopefully president within the next week. So we'll see. Look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Supervisor Horth.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Greg Horath. I have the pleasure of serving everybody that's in the town of Waterford and a little sliver of the village of Waterford as well. I've been on the board now an entire total of 8 months. This is my first time as my own in an elected capacity. So I was pleased that I didn't lose with nobody running against me in the election. That would have been most embarrassing. But I truly look forward to working with some of our new members, new supervisors, and would always be available to you in the event there's anything my vast experience from 8 months could offer to you. So thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate it.
Supervisor Valente.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Tony Varance for District 8, or excuse me, District 10, sorry. I cover Wind Point, North Bay, Greater North Bay, and a little corner of Racine, and then also Caledonia between 3 and 4 Mile, running basically east of the River. Longtime Racine resident, and a longtime real estate agent. Been involved in the real estate industry in the Racine area for 25 years and continue to do so. Looking forward to working with all of you and moving the county forward and making it better.
Supervisor Rutkowski.
My name is Tom Rutkowski, and I should point out that there are now 4 Toms again on the board. So if you're in trouble, you're in an emergency, just call out Tom. You're likely to get a response. I represent the 3rd district, which is High Street to 3 Mile to Douglas to the lake. I've been impressed. This is my first term, just the number of services that the county provides. And I would say that although the learning curve isn't over, it is less steep now. And so I look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
Vice Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Scott Meyer. I got the 16th district, which is Union Grove, Yorkville, and part of Sturtevant. As former Chairman Rownhouse said, I've been on the board since 2016. I've enjoyed working with all the past supervisors and look forward to working with the new supervisors and moving this county in a positive direction. My background's in small business and building materials. I've been there since 1988. So consistency is something I strive for. Welcome.
And I'm Tom Kramer. I'm supervisor of the 13th district, which is town of Norway and about a third of Raymond, town of village of Raymond. I started in government service, as Supervisor Tritus said, in 1995, but prior to that, I was in the wholesale and retail business with furniture and electronics. And then I went and worked at Human Services in Racine County as an economic support specialist. Then I went on to work at for the state of Wisconsin as a purchasing agent. And my current position right now, I'm the administrator of the town of Norway, and I work for a past county executive, Gene Jacobson. So with that, any further comments? We are adjourned.